Hey everyone, Captain Amazing here, and today we're going to do a roster review. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so our player we are reviewing today is Honda Civic with Praxium. So this player is 2.5 million GP, 1.5 in characters, 1 million in ships. Not a lot of time played, just a few months, 3-4 months. Alright, so they're in Carbonite 4, so very inexperienced player. I see already that they bought the Rebel bundle. Looks like they're working on possibly Executor with this lineup with Chimera and some bounty hunters. So no notable characters so far, so it looks like they're pretty close to SLKR as far as the relics. Let's look at their Empire real quick. So Palpatine isn't built up, but it looks like they're working on him. I would say this. So Honda, don't equip G12 plus pieces. So these pieces right here, on the left or on the right, until you're ready to relic 13 a character. So when you equip those that gear, and then you equip it on a bunch of different characters as you move or your priorities change, you're lowering the amount of potential Gear 13 characters in your account. And you want as many of those as possible, because that's when characters, even Gear 13 or Relic 1 or 2 or 3, that's when characters have the most potential. Of course, higher relics are great, but there's a huge difference of power between a Gear 12 character, even with some of those pieces equipped, and a Gear 13. So my recommendation, just stop equipping pieces one by one as you acquire the gear. Wait until you have everything to take a character to Gear 13 and then upgrade that character. So right off the bat, I would say that's what you should do. All right, let's see if they bought the Resistance bundle. They did not. So maybe this player missed out on that bundle. That's definitely a possibility. I've seen a lot of accounts like that because they bought the BAM bundle, they bought the SLKR bundle, they bought, looks like they bought the Finalizer bundle. So this player buys bundles. He just missed out on the Ray one. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully it'll loop around for them, but at the moment, just not an option. I would say this about your fleets. It looks like the only fleets you have built up are the ones you bought. So you have to keep farming your fleets. My recommendation for the first two that you should work on is the TIE Bomber and the IG-2000, so that you can unlock Executor. So the Finalizer bundle is a soft Executor bundle. It opens up a really easy pathway into that. You already have the Beskar Mando because you bought his pack, even though his requirements aren't anything crazy. So my recommendation, as you're working towards this SLKR bundle, because you got the Finalizer bundle, it looks like you're just waiting on the 7-star capital ship, which for new players is a huge hurdle to work through. So I totally understand that. But as you're working through this, my recommendation is continue to get those relics up. Relic up Emperor Palpatine, get Kylo Ren Unmasked and OG Kylo to Relic 7, then Emperor Palpatine. And then after that, start working on these bounty hunters. Start getting the requirements for Executor up and running, because getting that Executor early game is going to accelerate your account with how many crystals you can get. If you can get top 5 fleet placement, so 300 to 400 crystals every day, that's going to snowball your account, and it's going to push you to accelerate much faster than your peer group, because you can't compete in Grand Arena to the level where it would equal those crystals, because you don't start earning more crystals in Grand Arena until you start hitting Kyber, and you aren't close to Kyber, not even a little bit. So as you naturally develop your account, you're going to progress through Grand Arena as long as you learn your counters, farm your mods, farm your ships, and then continue to progress through the game. You're going to learn, and then you're going to get higher in Grand Arena. So my recommendation, continue this SLKR. If you have the extra crystals, get those, get some more refreshes on your 7-star capital ship. Continue working on your relics for SLKR so that you can unlock them once your ships are ready. And then after you have that, get Executor up and running, and that's just gonna snowball your account. From there, it's up to you. It's up to you. But just off the cuff, some good ideas. Getting Imperial Troopers up and running. They have 2 assault battles. That's really going to get some good relics, datas, injector pieces into your account. And it's my recommendation to always do one big farm like a GL and then an assault battle team so that you can start getting those pieces. So GL, assault battle, GL ship, assault battle. That's always a good balance. But also, Wampa and Savage Press are great characters to get up. I normally don't advocate to build directly for Grand Arena. I like to build my accounts around resource management and just getting more resources into your account, and then naturally you're going to progress through Grand Arena. But Savage and Wampa are must-haves, regardless of if you like Grand Arena or not, because they are 2 Grand Arena teams by themselves. Savage Press is an impressive solo character, and then he develops into a tank for Treya at the higher level endgame. And then Wampa is a absolute monster solo, and these 2 characters can solo really great teams that you see all the time on defense, especially lower brackets. So you see Grievous teams and you see a lot of CLS teams. So if you have Wampa and Savage can solo that CLS team. Wampa can solo that Grievous team. And then Savage can also solo Grievous as well. But I do prefer Wampa for that. So all in all, 2 great characters. So it doesn't hurt to get them up and running. And then the Imperial Troopers team, they are a fantastic team. You're already going to have Piet, R8 for Executor. It looks like you have General Veers at gear 12. And then it's not that much to really take the other ones where they need. So if you take Range Trooper to 7 stars, gear 12, you can either do Colonel Stark, and Moff Gideon is honestly fine where he is. So if you take Colonel Stark to 7 stars in gear 12, because you're going to need him for C anyways, and then you get this Dark Trooper up and running, and you take him up to Relic 5, then that's pretty much what you'll need for a very long time, an extremely long time before you have to invest any more in them. And they are a fantastic team. They can take out Revens, Treya teams, they take out Zori Bliss. There's a lot of teams, as long as they are faster, they are going to beat them, and beat them with great banners. So Piet, you need his 2 Zetas, especially for his ship. You need the Zeta for General Veers unique. And then after that, you don't need any more Zetas. So you don't need Colonel Stark Zeta. You don't need Dark Trooper Zeta. They're not bad Zetas, but they're not needed. They're kind of overkill, especially Dark Troopers. If you're at a point where you're losing so many stacks that you need it, you probably already lost. So my recommendation, save the Zetas. Just get 1 more on Piet, 1 more on Veers. Get them all to gear 12 except for Piet and Dark Trooper. Take Piet to his relics needed for Executor, and Dark Trooper to relic 5. They're going to be challenge tier 3 at that level, and they're just going to do phenomenal things. And you can't discount that they are a fun team. They are realistically I have a blast with them. They are one of, if not one of the top favorite team that I play in Grand Arena, because their mechanics are fun. They do this turn meter train. They punch through incredibly tough defensive characters that you wouldn't think would be possible, and they just are clutch machines. Even at the highest sense, they can beat Lord Vader with a Iden on their team. So all in all, great teams. I don't want to, like, your account's very young, and I don't want to look too much at your mods. So I'll take a cursory look. So I'll say this. So you are putting some gear or some 6-dot mods and some really bad mods here. So I'm going to link in the bottom of this description some guides on mod farming. So I have a mod theory one, I have a mod filter one, and then I have one where I just work through my mods. So I'm gonna link that, especially that mod theory one, so that you can see what's good mods to work for. So because that's a great mod. This is an okay mod. It doesn't meet my standards, but you know, maybe some people would have their standards at that level. But this one is really bad, and this one is really bad. These aren't good mods. Don't sell those mods. So any mod that you have at 6 dots, that's a pilot's mod. So those have value no matter what their stats are, because ships need that. So save them. But please learn mods. If you follow and subscribe, I push out mod contents all the time that can help you learn your mods. You can also join my Discord and ask me questions on there. I have plenty of resources for you to work your mods. So please, please, please learn your mods. It's very important in this game. Also farm your ships, and then continue to stay focused. Stay focused. Like unlock at that SLKR, get Executor up and running, and then from there you can kind of branch out. But my recommendations would be Savage, Wampa, and Imperial Troopers would be some great teams to work on before you do your next big ship fleet, like either GL ship or GO after that. So thanks for letting me look at your account. I think for how much time you have played in the game, which is not a lot, because a lot of this is the Lightspeed bundles. But I don't hate what you're doing. I would love if you worked more on your ships, and then I would appreciate it if you would stop 6 dot modding mods that just don't have any speed secondaries in the substats. But other than that, I think you're on a really great path, and there's a lot you can do with your account. So if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and then I'll see you next time. Take care.